Okay. I'm here with.
Neil, Burchill, inSight.
Okay.
There you go. Cut.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
Course is done. I like it. Tell us a little bit about your past.
All right.
Where you've come from.
Yeah.
Share the whole story.
All right.
You might as well.
I'm gonna let you in behind the scenes. So, I grew up overweight, like so many others in my demographic, right? I grew up not having a good relationship with food and a good relationship with myself. So I've been spending the last 30 plus years trying to formulate that relationship, trying to fix that, trying to figure out what it is that I need in order to live the life that I want to live. Bottom line. So many people do it in so many other facets. We do it with finance. We do it with, what kind of vehicle do I need in order to run my contracting business? You know what I mean? Everything's got to match up. But when it comes to ourselves and being human, in terms of our needs physically, nutritionally, there's nothing being matched up. We're constantly being told what to do. So in my development, I was told what to do. Being overweight, I was told to exercise and eat less. The law of thermodynamics, you're lazy and eat shit. So I took that to heart and I started to exercise more and eat less of what I perceived as troublesome food, junk food. And what happened was eventually I put myself within another risk factor. I was, exercise-induced anorexic. I was 120 some pounds and exercised obsessively, didn't eat. It was a broken relationship. And I was that person that had to contribute all the time because I had no self-worth. So I was always, the go-to person. And anyway, so this is where I am today, is on the other side of that, developing on the other side of it. I'm not done, I'm not even close, but I've got a lot of experience, a lot of insight to be able to share with you guys. And this is what this whole movement, what this community, what this idea is. So it's getting out there and purchasing what it is that you need to complete the renovation, to complete the construction, to create your masterpiece, and not listening to other people regarding what it is that you should end up with. All right. So really, inSight is all about being a part of the process. It's bringing out your best so that you can manifest your best. And then all of a sudden, it starts to penetrate other areas. It starts to filter into other areas of your life. I've been in this industry. Like, I would see 200 people a week, and I was, running that pace for about 15 years. And I enjoy it immensely. I love that human interaction, but it's not big enough, right? It's like taking a grain of sand from one pail to the next, trying to, it's too slow, and it's information on my time, not on yours. And with this type of formatting, getting out there and having these, this system in place, it gives people information at a rate that they can absorb it instead of trying to jam it down their throat. And really, at the end of the day, Matt, it is about information. And you'll hear me talk about this on several platforms regarding, there is no such thing as bad food. There's just the misappropriation of food. It's the relationship that we have with food. It's us. We're the problem, but we're also the solution, right? We love to blame external circumstances. Well, I grew up in this neighborhood, or I don't have access to this or that. But when you really follow other people that have made something of themselves, they all had those excuses, but they didn't use them as excuses. They used them as a battle cry, as a reason for thinking differently, right? I don't want this anymore. And the tens of thousands of people that I've worked with, it's a common theme. They just don't want it, and it manifests itself in so many different ways. It's not specifically for the downtrodden and the underprivileged. There's people out there that are, financially just, they could have everything that you and I could ever want, but they don't have their health. They actually traded their health to get there. And what I'm trying to get people to understand is you can have it all, and you can have it in the way that you want, because what might drive you might not be wealth. Maybe it's something else. Maybe, that's for you, but you need to be healthy enough to be able to achieve those things. You have to have more energy than the day can take from you. You have to start building up this surplus. Really, it's all based around this pyramid. Understanding your food, understanding your body, and understanding your environment. And in the military and the fire service, we call this situational awareness. And if you're aware of your situation, if you're aware of your surroundings and you're trained, then you can get through anything where other people can't, because they don't see what you see, because you've got a broader perspective. Like, I'd go into an accident scene and see a mangled car, and someone untrained would turn around and say, you know what, it's over, they're screwed, there's no way we can help. But through my training, I was taught to look at a single purchase point that can shift the entire outcome. You could save a life by finding a crack in that demolished, mangled vehicle where I could jam the spreaders in there and rip that car open and get them to safety, get them out. And this is it. We all have those purchase points. It's just getting people strong enough and situationally aware enough that they're seeing this purchase point, as opposed to seeing everything that's wrong. They can start focusing on what's right. And then, like those spreaders opening up that mangled piece of metal, the gap got bigger, and all of a sudden I could get in and they could get out, and then the situation changed entirely. So this is what people have to start to realize. No matter how bleak or how difficult, no matter how much weight you need to lose, or whatever you conceptualize as your accident, your mangled piece of metal that you need to get out of, there is a way out. There is a way out. There has to be, or else you wouldn't be in it.